Dear students, in this module, we'll be discussing about Chapter 4 Kingdom Animalia, phylum Esculmenthus, referred to as the roundworms. The level of organization exhibited by them is of organ system type. The symmetry is bilaterally symmetrical. They've got a lateral line along which the organisms can be divided into two equal halves. The germinal layers are three: ectoderm, endoderm, and in center it's the mesoderm. Therefore, they are referred to as triploblastic organisms. Triploblasticity had developed in Platyhelminthes, the diagrammatic representation of pinworm. Talking about coelom, that's the hollow body cavity. It is a false coelomic cavity which is present in the form of mesodermal pouches. We've got the endoderm, and in the center it's the mesodermal pouches. We can get the circular form when we take a cross section. The ecto, meso, and endoderm are the dermal layers which help in the formation of various organs. The one depicted here is the false coelom. Talking about the habit in the habitat, they are free living, aquatic, or terrestrial. They are endoparasitic in nature. They could be found even in the intestine as depicted in the diagram. The digestive system is complete, having both mouth and the anal part. They have the pharynx, the intestine, which proves that the digestive system has become complete. The respiratory system, when we talk, is absent, though pharynx is a common opening between the respiratory and the digestive system. The circulatory system is even absent. They lack the circulatory system. Talking about the reproduction, here, these organisms, the sexes are separate. That means they are dioecious or unisexual. Male and female are separate. They reproduce sexually. The fertilization takes place inside the body, that is internally, and the development could be direct or indirect by the formation of larvae, that is rhabdiform. Esculmenthus could be further subdivided into Aphsmida and Phasmida. Here we can see the testis, the cloacal aperture that's present in male, the seminal vesicle, and the sperm. The next unique feature includes the body is circular in cross section, as can be seen in the diagrammatic representation depicted below. They have got multinucleate epidermis, thick cuticle. The multinucleate epidermis is syncytial epidermis. They've got thick cuticle. There's also presence of a fibrous layer. The other unique features include they've got an excretory tube to remove the body waste through the excretory pore. So the excretory tube is present, and there is presence of excretory pore which helps in the elimination of waste or the unwanted substance through the body of the roundworms. They exhibit sexual dimorphism where the females are longer than the male. The male show presence of cloacal aperture. So morphologically, we can distinguish between a male Ascaris and a female Ascaris. The examples are Ascaris, which causes scariasis, the hookworm, the Wucheria, that is the filarial worms, which causes elephantiasis. So Wucheria bancrofti, Wucheria malai are the different species of filarial worms. The hookworm and cyclostoma is depicted in the diagram. The Wucheria, that's the filarial worms. The overall generalized features of roundworms at a glance include the organ system level of organization, bilateral symmetry, three layers, triploblasty, pseudocoelomate. They are aquatic, terrestrial, free living, and parasitic. Digestive system complete, circulatory, respiratory absence. They are dioecious, internal fertilization. They've got multinucleate epidermis. Examples include Taenia solium, Fasciola, Planaria, to name a few. Hopefully, you must have understood the concepts thoroughly. Thank you for being a patient listener. Thank you.